About a year and a half ago, I stumbled on this movie called Pretend That You Love Me by Joel Haver. I didn't know anything about Joel Haver at this time. I didn't know really much about like this YouTube space, about this filmmaking space. So I just clicked and I watched it, and it's about an hour and a half long. I didn't expect to watch the whole thing, but somehow the movie dragged me in and I kept watching until the very end. And to be honest, that surprised me because I was about to click off right at the beginning because it didn't seem that interesting, to be honest. And the thing is with that whole movie, it's completely low budget. It's recorded by VHS cameras. It's weird. It's like secret camera hidden and you're like watching these people's dates and stuff like that. It turned out to be like such an amazing movie. It actually, towards the end, it got revealed like the story about Joel's father, and I guess it is kind of related to his life in some way, shape, or form, going on these pretend dates for his movie that he's pretending that they're actually in love with him. Something like that. After this movie, I decided to watch all of Joel Haver. I can't even speak. I decided to watch all of Joel Haver's movies, and to be honest, I loved every single one of them. I absolutely love his filmmaking style. I love the way he does it. I love his no-budget style of like doing things. As he said many times in his videos before, he doesn't have a plan in anything he does. He doesn't have a script. He doesn't have a crew. It's just him and his camera and his buddies, and they decide to shoot whatever. And that's an amazing way of making movies. And he has dominated this niche on YouTube of low-budget filmmaking. And I know he's done like shorts and he does like weekly shorts and animations, but to be honest, I don't really watch those. I really love his feature films, and he only has like about like 10 or 11 or so, but every one was completely different and unique. Everyone had like a message to share and something to take away from. And one of my favorite films from his is Drowning in Potential, and it's about him and Dax Flame, actors in LA, and they want to be actors, but you know, they're not getting much luck into auditions and stuff like that. And we just see them in their day-to-day lives and what they're doing, and you know, they're going on dates, they're going out to eat, they're they're hanging out in their apartments, stuff like that. And it just feels so relaxed, and it feels so calm instead of like this crazy like big movie. It's just something that you can kind of relate to, and it's something that you can watch. You know, I decided to watch Drowning Potential. I probably watched that probably 5 or 6 times in total. I just love that movie so much. It's probably like in my top 50 favorite movies, just because the idea and like the acting and the portrayal was so good in that, and I just love that movie so much. So that's probably my favorite movie from his. And what I love about Joel Haver is that he has no plan in anything he does. You know, he has no script. He has no plan on like what he's gonna shoot that day, at least for his feature films. For Drowning in Potential, he was telling the story of how it actually happened. You know, he was just going to LA one day, Dax lives there, and he just called up his buddy. He's like, hey, you wanna make a movie? And he's like, yeah, sure. And that's basically it, you know. It took him 2 weeks, and that was pretty much it. There was no plan. They called up all their friends to, you know, get actors and to, you know, help out and stuff like that. But overall, the movie was completely improvised, and that just blows me away because like the whole story of Drowning Potential, the whole thing seems like it was kind of planned out because it does have a message. It does have something to share. It's like, you know, about this guy and his friend, and the other one, you know, Dax is more of like, he wants to create art. He wants to, you know, do podcasts. He wants to do whatever, because since he's not getting auditions, he has this pull to, you know, do something at least. And I guess his other friend is like more discouraged when it comes to, I guess, you know, making art and stuff. And especially going back to the end where the other guy is commenting him on playing piano. And then he's just like, oh, I'm just sticking around. But in reality, he was really, really good at it, you know, and that just goes to show like the whole message in Drowning Potential. And just the thought, like, that movie is completely improvised. That movie was just like a phone call away. There was nothing planned. It's just so amazing because that movie is amazing, you know? And he also does this thing with the Oscars where he makes a movie during the Oscars. And he's done this for the last 3 years. He's done, his last one was, I forget the name of it, but it was him and Trent, and then he did a movie together. It's kind of funny because they have 3 hours to shoot a movie because the Oscars is 3 hours, and they basically just come up with whatever. They live stream it, they just record it, and then just see what goes on. And I think his last one was him and Trent, they get stuck in the room, and then the whole thing is just them trying to get out of the room, the whole thing. But with that, the whole movie comes up with a message. Like, even when you're improvising, even when they're, you know, making stuff up on the go, they find a message along the way. And towards the end where they're like, they've been trying to get out this whole time, but they kind of just like sit there and relax and be like, can we just like stay here for a little while? Because, you know, life seems to go on so fast, and it's just good once in a while to take a pause and just to like take a break. And, you know, that's an amazing message, you know. And that whole message was just coming up as they were recording. They didn't have a plan. They didn't plan to make that message. And it was kind of unique, and it was kind of exciting to see that. The whole thing with Joel Haver making $0 budget movies is such an amazing way to make a movie. He's inspired me so much to make The Weekend, my first short film. Even though I scripted it out, even though I had a plan for it, the whole idea behind his filmmaking niche, you know, just grabbing your phone, grabbing a camera that you have, getting some of your buddies and just recording something in your hometown, recording outside your house, recording in your house, wherever it might go. And that's such an amazing way to make a movie nowadays. And he's inspired so many, including me, about, you know, just make a movie right now, grab some of your buddies, shoot it, don't care about if it makes sense, and it will be awesome, it'll be fun, and it'll be exciting, and it'll be something cool to share. So he's inspired me so much to, you know, make a movie. If you're watching this, Joel Haver, I owe it all to you. You inspired me to do YouTube, you know, other things, and my filmmaking stuff. So thank you. Overall, Joel Haver seems like a really good guy. I do watch his second channel where he does talk about other movies and other people's content, which is also really cool to see. I do love this space of like no budget filmmaking. Like there's this divide of no budget filmmaking and then the indie films. And you know, right now I'm in here in like this small space. I've been just making films with my friends, and it's been just so much fun. It's just the whole thing of art. It's just supposed to be fun. And I think getting back to the basics and getting back to what really matters really is awesome in a way. So overall, Joel Haver has inspired me, and maybe it's inspired you. I'd love to meet him one day. He seems like a really good guy, and I can't wait for his next feature film. With that being said, thanks for watching. If you want to talk with me one-on-one for advice on your short films, link is in the description. If you want to join the Discord, also link in the description. And with that being said, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.